Fight hard to the finish. We've been waiting for a long time for a new Street Fighter game. Man, it feels like just a year ago we got Street Fighter 5 to me, but that was years ago. And wow, this game looks 100 times, 1,000 times more detailed and polished than Street Fighter 5. And I thought they couldn't make it look better than Street Fighter 5, but here is Street Fighter 6 and blows me away. Smooth animations, incredible next generation graphics. The backgrounds are heavily detailed, everything's full of personality, feels very polished. I would even argue this is like the best fighting game I've ever seen, this generation especially, even though I feel like Tekken 7, like they have so many more characters. I even feel like, I'm not even sure, I think Tekken 7 might even have almost as many as Smash Brothers, so I feel like Tekken 7 is still the bar in terms of characters and options and stages, but Street Fighter 6, if you keep expanding on this, like I feel like this is going to be the definitive fighting game with polish and everything. Now apparently the story mode, I didn't play the story mode, have to admit, but I have an idea of what it's like. Apparently it's super gimmicky and repetitive because they're trying to make it into an RPG, like a Street Fighter RPG with the relentless levels and grinding and random encounters. This game also has all the usual options you expect: versus mode, arcade, training, has great netcode, very cast of new and old characters coming together, 18 plus characters so far, so it's on a solid number of characters to choose from. It's not like Killer Instinct where there's what, 4 or 8 characters when it started, so that's great that there's not going to be a long wait. Rashid just got added, so hopefully every 2 to 4 months there'll be a new character. There's a new technique that this game uses that to do super block and attacks. I'm still getting used to it. I find it easier to do those than doing the supers for some reason. I managed to do some of the supers, but there definitely seems to be a learning curve here that I didn't really feel so much with Street Fighter 4, but it still seems very easy to pick up and play, which I really feel like this game, more than any other Street Fighter since even Street Fighter 2, I feel like it's the easiest one to just jump in and play for anyone, like of any skill level, and just it's easy to pick up, combo, and the hits feel hard and heavy. Now I think the biggest criticism of this game is because it's a AAA game. The regular edition comes in at $80, which is, you know, a lot of the AAA games, that's the price you pay for them because the polish and the effort, time went into this. But that would be a heavy investment for like a new player to just jump in, 80 clams. So there's a lot more characters coming, as I said, but if you want the Ultimate Edition and you want to be prepared for the characters coming out in the future, it's $140, so that's an even bigger investment for the average person. So maybe if you're not a huge fighting game fan, maybe wait, even if the game's fun, maybe wait for the price for the basic game and then try and earn the characters later, because like $140 and like all the last few years we've got so many games where buy this edition, the big red bite edition or whatever, for $130, and it's crazy. Like, what's next? $200 games? Like, it's just getting so high to play a game. And going to that example with Redfall, there's not many people playing it because of the game, and probably also to jump in. It's a lot of money to invest into one game, and especially with a lot of games now, like look at Multiverses, it got taken offline. You know, you can play offline, but you can't play against your friends online. So just to invest so much money, and with games like Babylon's Fall and everything, imagine your game just gets taken away. You just spend at least 150 or whatever on it. So that's the danger of modern gaming. So maybe wait before you invest in this game, because it's quite a lot to go in. But with that said, if you are big on fighting games, you know, maybe jump in now, find a used copy maybe of the game if you can, so you don't have to pay $80, and Yeah, it's a fighting game and it has some of the most famous fighting characters in all of video gamedom, in all of like gaming history even. So you know that you're either a fan of Street Fighter or you're not, and each game is roughly similar to the previous one and plays for the average Joe pretty similar. So make the investment that you feel like is your level of gaming, just bottom line really. I'd say it's a solid 9 out of 10. There's just getting the patches when the game first started 2 months ago was kind of tricky, and just getting logged into the service and everything. But the game's gradually improving, and just like Street Fighter 4 and 5, it gradually got better and better. The more time, more characters got added, and the fixes and everything. So I would say like this game is probably going to be updated for years. So put the monetary investment that you feel most comfortable with for the game amount of gameplay you think you're going to get. And it's early days. Price is going to go down and the characters is going to go up. So don't worry about it. Keep on fighting the good fight. Keep on gaming. I'll see you soon. Bye.